you hear me? I think you can. I hope you can. I can turn myself up just a smidge too. Wait for folks to hop on in because we got some stuff to go over today. This will be fun. It's been a minute since I went live. I realized that like last week, but it's okay. It's all good because we're here now, and that's all that matters. So, we'll see what happens. See who decides to say hey. And I'll wait a little bit. In the meantime, I'm just going to, drink my water here. It would be nice. It would be nice. I don't even know because, hello, Ryan. Nice to see you. I just hope that the chat shows up on the thingy. Streamlabs and I are not friends. Hello, Comsol. Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Can you see the chat on the screen? Because if not, that would be so sad. Oh, wait. I hit it. That's why. That's why you can't see it. Oh, my goodness gracious. Well, we'll see if it goes now. Can you hear me okay? Hello, Dev. Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Sadie just touched her nose to my foot, and it scared me a little bit. So, yes, you can see it. Oh, my gosh. It's very, very teeny tiny, though. That is way too teeny tiny. Let me just fix that for you, everybody. I apologize. It's all still a learning process with me. With this, yes, 12 is way too teeny tiny. The Russians did it. Obviously. Obvi-freaking-liously. Oh, my gosh. It's so nice to see you all. Thank you all for stopping. Whoa! Holy crap. Sorry. This made really, really big. I made it really big. I don't mean to. Oh, my goodness. So good to see everybody. Is that big enough? Or I don't know. I'm sorry. It's teeny tiny there in the corner, but hello, Marty. Nice to see you. So good to see everybody. I'm very grateful that you're all here on this Sunday. Sorry the chat's so teeny tiny. Oops. We'll make it happen one way or another. There's a lot of things that happened in the past week. I'm going to get better at, making sure that I have specific news stories that I want to cover, things that have legs to them, if you know what I mean. There's many a story that has many a leg, and I just want to get better at doing this and being consistent. You know what I mean? It's been a little not difficult. There's just been stuff. There's just been some stuff, and nothing bad. Always good. Always focusing on the good. That's what I do. Oh my god, not really. I can pretend though. Anyway, it's nice to see everybody. I'll wait a little bit. I'll wait a couple more seconds, and then we can make this happen. I hope that you've all had a very nice time, nice couple weeks, and I'll make it a goal to do this every Sunday, or as many Sundays as I possibly can. And if I can't do them, I will let you know why I can't. So, we want to get started here. I think that this is a good time to get started. So it's been a very eventful week. I think yesterday was probably the biggest thing that happened. So we're going to start it off with, you already know what we're starting off with. Bam! What the hell happened here? Now, I apologize in advance because it's all going to be Daily Mail stuff except for one story, but I'm not going to be reading the Daily Mail. The Daily Mail just does help me. It has every single news story ever created all the time. So, first and foremost, everybody, Jeffrey Epstein is dead. The pedophile financier of 66 years has been killed in his cell, is what people are saying. I'm having very many I'm having mixed thoughts about this. When I looked at my phone and saw the data miner that said Jeffrey Epstein killed or is dead in his prison cell. I mean, this is it's crazy to me that this story has kind of united everybody. Everybody finds this suspect. And I can't wrap my head around something like this happening because I've been on many a Reddit site. I've been on many an image board site that has shown me things that people at the very tippy top of the world, the elite, if you want to play that game, they have a bit of a pattern of wanting to keep the lid on certain things, and it's very scary to me that a guy, I mean, I'm not mourning this guy's death by any stretch of the imagination. Let me just tell you that, first and foremost. Glad this guy's gone. He was a creep. A lot of bad things surrounding him. And a lot of bad people apparently surrounding him. And I think the fact is that this guy had a lot of shit on a lot of people. A lot of very, very powerful people. And with power, the thing about power is that, once you get it, it's your job to keep it. And And some people in this world will do absolutely anything to keep it and to stay on top. And I did happen to catch, I didn't watch it live, but I did see that Medicare's stream definitely kind of got hijacked by this news, which is a little silly to me. He was just like, what? He's dead? Oh no. And then there it is. Like, Saturday was a fun day for everybody, and quote unquote fun. I mean, literally, people from I went to the Chapo Trap House Reddit, which I never visit because it's really cringy and scary there, and even they were saying that Epstein was suicided. Do I believe that? I want to say yes. I want to say yes that something very, very shady is surrounding this. I saw a report, and hello Stonehill, nice to see you. It was quite a woke day indeed. I don't want to say that I saw a report that something about the camera was going out. The camera went out when the guard was supposed to be there. I have not corroborated that. I don't know anybody that has, but it is something that, that's obviously going to ignite the right side of things mostly. But even the left side of things were saying how suspect this all was. There was a report I saw on the Post that said a former MCC inmate, the Metropolitan Corrections Center in Lower Manhattan, someone who is an ex-convict, said his report is that there's no way that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. It's scary because this guy was supposedly, the Post never disappoints, do they? In quotes. There was some, apologies, I just lost my train of thought. I forgot where I was going with that. Let me see if I can find it again. I don't remember. Perhaps it'll come back to me. Something of this caliber. I mean, this is really creepy that they got a picture of him here. I don't know if you can't see my mouse, unfortunately. But, everything just was very convenient, wasn't it? Very conveniently done. The day before the suicide occurred, a lot of people were implicated and named that in newly released documents. Sorry, we're off it. I mean, there's also there's some talk that maybe why is it all? There's some talk that maybe it's not even his real body. Sorry, I just had to do that. We'll scroll past it real quick. I don't want to see his alive body either. He's gross. Oh God, speaking of gross. Oh dear Lord. there was there's a lot of talk that some of his victims here. This guy always wearing this big bulky coats. Right. So let me just jump back to the original post about this ex-convict who spoke under the condition of anonymity that there's no way that Epstein could have killed himself. And I remember what I was going to say. Apologies. It's been a while since I've live streamed. I got to get back in the groove a little bit. The fact is, we were led to believe that this guy, who weeks ago had attempted suicide, reportedly attempted suicide, was on suicide watch, which is something that, you got to put prisoners on because you don't want them, they're under your care, even though that they're convicted criminals or almost convicted criminals in some cases. You don't want them to hurt themselves. I get that. But I don't know the protocol, but apparently what came out very quickly on Saturday was that he was taken off of suicide watch after 2 or 3 weeks on it, which is strange and again convenient. Some of the people who were implicated in the unsealed documents include a member of the royal family in England, something that people who are very much into QAnon keep talking about. They keep talking about the royals, and I've spent a lot of time in down the Q rabbit hole. It's scary. It's very scary what they know and what they look at. And former New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson was also implicated in this, and very conveniently, all of a sudden, the man is killed. But then again, here's something that is kind of uniting the right and the left. Even Joe Scarborough thinks that it's that is bullshit. He also thinks that the Russians did it, which I don't know why we keep reverting back to the Russians doing all this stuff. Like, do we really believe that it's the Russians in everything? Oh God, look at this guy. He's so scary looking. He's got such teeny tiny little eyes. I just don't get it. And I did see there was a lot of talk that the dead body, which is weird that it was wheeled out and able to be taken a picture of. There was also talk that maybe it was a body double because it doesn't look like his profile. I don't know. I'm going to sit here and reserve my right to be skeptical about all of this. Do I think he was killed? I do. I do think that this was not just a suicide. I think that something really fishy is going on here, and I think that it's okay to say that, especially when nobody believes that this was just, that this was all. People are connecting the dots a little bit clearer now, and it's quite insane. It's scary. I'm frightened. I was very upset when I read the news because I just don't know, like, because if there really is a worldwide pedophile ring attached to all these high profile names, like, when all of that comes to light, like, literally the whole world might implode. Now, this is really messed up that people are doing this, like, right outside his $77 million Upper East Side townhouse. Somebody, good old New Yorkers, went ahead and just chalked this outside of his home. I'm telling you, man, it's not outlandish to take a look at the Clintons now. What I've been noticing a lot is that when you see Hillary or when you see Bill tweet, I've been seeing that there's a lot more anti-tweets coming their way. It's not quite the sunshine and daisies and roses that it once was. This is just really fucked up that somebody did this. I don't like it. They chalked it up. Oh dear. I didn't even mean to. Oh my God. I chalked it up. But yeah, you saw that Clinton body count was trending. Trump body count was trending, which is just hilarious to me. Obviously these two knew each other at one point. Haven't spoken since 2004, I believe. So I think that the false equivalency trying to implicate President Trump in all of this, I think is a misfire, but what the hell do I know? Breaking News Live says yesterday, they did this yesterday. And the fact is, like, Donald Trump is retweeting things that could spark quote unquote conspiracy theories going on here. I don't know. I have to take President Trump's Twitter feed with a grain of salt. The fact that he retweeted something like this saying, Breaking News Live, documents were unsealed yesterday revealing that top Democrats, including Bill Clinton, took private trips to Jeffrey Epstein's pedophilia island. Twitter is made for shit posting, so this doesn't really outrage me as much as it outraged a lot of people. But this was one of those things that it's not uncommon knowledge that there was a pedophile island. Like, you can go to Google and see that there's that creepy fucking, that really creepy island with the creepy dome on top of it. It's, yeah, I don't remember exactly what the island is called. There's a certain name for it. I know that the jet that, you are taken there is called the Lolita Express. It's just weird that this has all been kind of like under the surface, very like low level, like a lot of people knew about this stuff, and now the fact is that it's all coming to light. It's just bizarre that we have to sit here and sit with it and sit in this, in this kind of uncomfortability of like, maybe these people that we once idolized are not as nice as we once thought they were. You don't know. I don't, if at the very end of the day, all I'm looking for is whoever is responsible gets their comeuppance, I guess. I mean, you just gotta think about it. Like, if what people have been alleging for years is true, I mean, there's a lot of really sick shit going on. And I'll tell you, yesterday I had to call my parents after this happened because I was so genuinely upset at this news, and because when I heard, I was like, oh my god, people are gonna get away with their crimes now. And my dad and I talked for like 40 minutes, and I was just like crying on the phone because I was so distraught over this. And he was just like, man, there's evil in this world. There's a lot of evil out there, and you have to acknowledge the evil. And that's what's really hard for me, because I don't want to think all of this, what people have been saying, could possibly be true, and I don't want evil to win out. That's what really is so bothersome to me, that people who F with children, people who, F with animals, which we'll get to in a little bit, that's some evil shit, man, and I don't want that to win. I want good to prevail. I can't live in a world where it's so creepy. Can't stand it. And it's just man, the outcome of this, I don't know what's the possible outcome here. It's very, I hope that, at the end of the day, we remember the people most affected by what went on. This woman has a very gross story to tell about how Epstein once told her that he medically required to have 3 orgasms a day, which I just want to fucking throw up in my mouth upon hearing that. I mean, it's like victim after victim after victim, like, yeah, this is the private island here, the pedophile island, which has these like really, I mean, Daily Mail is not going to show them, but there's videos of, or there's photographs of like a temple on top. I wonder if I can Google it really quick, or Bing it rather. I don't trust Google. Epstein. Oh my god, I can't spell. Epstein pedo Island. Like, it doesn't even show up. Images here. Let's see here. Yeah, like this really weird looking like what is that? Like, what is that? I mean, yeah, I agree that the money, people getting away with it because of money, but it's so out in the open right now. I can't picture people getting away with it for that much longer. You know, it's unreal to me how the balls on some people. You know what I mean? Whew, it really is. It's very scary and makes me, I don't know. I don't really know what to do. That's probably true. That's why I use Bing. Bing doesn't think I'm a pedo. But, like, I fucking Googled Epstein pedo island and this crazy shit came up. Ugh. You know, I mean, I think the best thing that Trump could have done was not put his words to it. And he kind of retweeted other people. But, you know, good that he's at least acknowledging it in some way. And, you know, obviously, I mean, AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the congresswoman from New York, is asking for an inquiry. Senator Ben Sass is asking for an inquiry into how this monster man could have committed suicide in federal custody. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And, you know, oh, God, that just creeps me out so much that this shit that this shit was allowed to go on. So, ew, I don't want to go up close to it. Please don't. Like, look at this. This is not normal looking, you know? This doesn't look like a normal, like, you know what I mean? This is not like a nice resort. Like, something's really, really, really off about this. This whole thing is off. And, you know, I really don't want to be one of those people who, dooms and glooms, you know? I really want to say this, and I want to be careful when I say this, but I've seen people say that, in order to erase the Epstein news from the headlines, is that maybe another false flag shooting will happen, you know? I've seen people say that, and that scares me that it scares me to think that there's this big nefarious underground network of people controlling. I don't know. Again, I'm just reserving my skepticism, and I don't want to freak anybody out, but, you know, I just pray that we don't let this story die. You know what I mean? I want to keep on this because there's a lot to go down the rabbit hole. But, all right. I can't talk about that anymore. It freaks me out so much. So let's move on to the 2020, the awesomeness of the 2020 election, everybody. I'm so excited. How many times do we have left? How many times do we have left? It's true, Ryan. I agree. I was thinking that, Omari. I definitely was thinking that too. I can't believe I said that. Oh, so many things are making sense, but not at the same time. You know what I mean? I hate that. Ugh. Anyway, let's move on to the 2020. The Dems, they are live in Des Moines, Iowa. They are all descending upon the Iowa State Fair to win voters' hearts and minds. But we have Mr. Biden, who is the gaffe machine lately. It's really sad that this is going on. It's I don't know how he's in the lead. I don't know how people can think he can rule the country, holy fuck. Lead the country. I mean, he wants to rule it, I guess. But I mean, if you don't know, what Biden said was he was at an event in Iowa, and he was talking about, just in general. He said, first he said that poor kids are just as capable of learning and great things as white kids. Now, to me, that sounds a bit racist. Perhaps he really did misspeak. But maybe I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But for Christ's sake, I do not want someone who has such an ability to misspeak and do it so quickly, to be my president, Hello, CBS Cares. Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. He also said that the Parkland kids, the Marjorie Douglas Stoneman, apologies, I can't remember offhand, the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, where 17 died in the February 14th, 2018 mass shooting. Biden also said that those kids came to see him when he was vice president. Mr. Biden was not vice president in 2018. Mike Pence was. And, I don't really agree there, Playboy Man. I don't think he would even be a good president. I feel like, and my reasoning is that guys like Biden, who have been career politicians, it's like you don't know another world. You just live in this political sphere for so long, for like 40 something years. You don't have the common experiences of the common man. And I don't find someone who's been in this political bubble for that long has any real connection to like real people, quote unquote. And, maybe that's me, kind of judging, but it's strange to me that people can really be career politicians and never stop doing this. At this point, honestly, I don't even think Biden's going to get the nomination. I really don't. I really think that a lot of people are. I think the polls are skewed. I think they're all skewed. Even the ones that show Trump's, approval rating going up. I just think they're all skewed in their own way. And, I don't know. So many thumbs up. Right, yeah, we get to choose a nominee, that's true. Marianne Williamson for the win. I mean, that would be hilarious, I think. But that's also kind of what happened in 2016. Everyone was like, oh yeah, it'd be so funny to be Trump to be the nominee. And then when he happened to be the nominee, they were like, oh shit, what do we do now? So like, oh, Tim Ryan, like just none of these, I can't see a single Democrat who has enough nuts to be the nominee. Want to listen? Here, let's listen to the gaff here.
We should challenge these students. We should challenge students in these schools to have advanced placement programs in these schools. We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Wealthy kids, black kids, Asian kids. No, I really mean it, but think how we think about it. We think, no, we're going to dumb it down.
I mean,
you can do anything anybody else can do, give it a shot.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Oh, man. I mean, I agree that Warren could come close. She's way too far left for me. I could see her as president, but she's got to knock off some of the pandering. And Beto has no shot. Beto, I can't. Oh, woo, Beto. But then again, oh, look at this smug bastard. Good Lord. It's just this race is it's getting very silly, I think. We're getting to a point where, obviously there's a lot to shake out. We're still many a ways away from the election, so we have time. But I think that these candidates, what they have to do first and foremost is shut the fuck up about Orange Man bad. That's literally all they've got at this point. It just some of them, of course, some of them have plans. If you watched Bernie on Joe Rogan, it was actually nice to hear a politician explain himself without being interrupted. I don't like Sanders. I think he's lunatic. I wouldn't vote for him. Again, career politician kind of guy. But I think if Bernie plays his cards right, he could be a viable contender. But they got to knock off putting their anger at Trump first. Connect to me. I don't think Orange Man bad. What do you gotta say to me? These attacking one another over and over again about nothing is totally what? There's 10 more primary debates. Oh my God, shoot me in the face 1.5 million times. Holy Christ on a cross. Oh boy. Woo. Okay. We're in for it, everybody. Like, ew, what the hell? Like, fucking Joe. God damn. I don't know, guys. All I do know is that the Dems really have to knock off. They have to knock off the Orange Man bad talk too much. It's to the point where you literally have these candidates calling the president a white supremacist, like without any nuance to it. How? I don't get it. I don't get how you could even say that about this president. I just don't. Unless you just think that you're just pandering to Twitter. I don't know. But, not saying Trump is an angel by any stretch of the imagination. Not at all. Because what I need him to do is to knock off the Twitter trolling. He loves to troll on Twitter, and it's impeding a lot of things because that becomes the story. You don't see the behind the scenes stuff that are going on. It just takes focus away from the issues, and people just put, news, quote unquote news organizations, they're just putting all the focus onto these 280 characters on Twitter. I will tell you, the show that I work for on Undisclosed Network, sometimes even when the president tweets during our show, we won't put up his tweets because they're just not good. They just have no bearing on anything. If he talks about China, yes. If he talks about the Fed, yes. But if he starts talking about Al Sharpton, no one gives a shit. I'd love for the news industry to minimize what they're putting on air. Just because the president tweets something, some part of me does believe in the 4D chess about some things, but not all things, obviously. About the China situation, I don't know. I think there's a lot we could say about China, but I do like this president. I can't deny that I like him. I obviously have criticism here and there. But right now, none of the 2020 Dems are wowing me, and the ones that I do like have no shot, unfortunately, and that's an unfortunate thing. I like Tulsi. I do like Tulsi. I think that she needs to be questioned on why she said the president supports Al Qaeda. Excuse me. And I do like Andrew Yang. I think that him crying over the weekend about a gun, I can't remember the exact context, but he did burst into tears and cried about a gun violence issue. Strikes me as a little odd, and I'm sorry to say, because obviously, people just have empathy and express it differently. I just found it weird. Either way, guys, we are well on the road to 2020. The Iowa State Fair is a big deal. I never want to hear Kamala Harris say the word moist again. And that's what I'm going to say about that. So let's move on to YouTube news. Big news hitting goddamn Daily Freaking Mail. Woo! LA vlogger Brooke Houts denies animal abuse claims after she accidentally uploaded shocking footage of her hitting her dog, prompting calls for her to be removed from YouTube. Now, I'm not going to play the video for you because it's very hard to watch someone slap a dog, push a dog to the ground, yell at a dog in his face, spit on a dog, shove a dog, slap a dog. There is a weird growing trend of people abusing animals for clout, and that's sick. I remember when I watched the video of her doing this. Number one, look at this chick. Have you ever seen somebody more basic? I mean, this is the epitome of basic bitch. And bitch didn't even, do her nails here. God. Either way, I've never heard of this woman before this, but here's some screen grabs if you want to take a look. There she is shoving her dog. Shoving her dog, shoved him there, slapping him. I mean, it's terrifying to me that there are people out there who could literally just hit an animal, spit on an animal. It's heartbreaking. And I had to hug Sadie after I saw this video because it's just, I could never imagine her being who she is, being a cat, being an animal, and shoving her, slapping her. I mean, for Christ's sake, it's terrible. Obviously, this chick, whoever she is, apparently 300,000 subscribers because, people love basicness. She's obviously got some anger issues and some narcissism issues along with it. If I may, I'm going to read you parts of her apology that she posted on Twitter, which is a bunch of bullshit. She's saying, I want to point out that, I'm not going to play the victim card or anything of that sort, but I do want to point out that I'm rarely as upset as what was shown in the footage. I mean, I don't believe that. How can I believe that? How can you, obviously people who have been on YouTube, who make YouTube videos, you have to put on a little bit of an act. You are a heightened version of yourself. So obviously you're very bubbly and nice, but man, does that mask slip when shit goes wrong. There have been a lot of outtakes of me going, oh, fucking idiots. What do I want to say? Oh, stupid shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, exactly. It is a quote-unquote apology. She says something like, the bubbly, happy-go-lucky Brooke that you often see in my videos is typically an accurate representation of me. But it's obvious that I'm playing up my mood in the video when I'm clearly actually frustrated. That being said, this does not justify me yelling at my dog in the way I did. She doesn't acknowledge that she hit the dog, she spit on the dog, she shoved the dog. But when my 75-pound Doberman is jumping up in my face with its mouth open, I do, as a dog parent, have to show him that this behavior is unacceptable. How fucking dumb are you? This woman's what, 24? How do you go your whole life? How do you go your whole 24-year-old life not knowing that slapping an animal across the face for being an animal is wrong? Exactly. I don't have a large dog if you can't handle it. That's a thing. My friend who is like 5'0" has a Great Dane, and God, I'm scared of that dog. It's so big and it's so lanky. I know big dogs scare me. I'm not gonna shove one out of my face, but I won't even say drugs. I will just say narcissism at this point. Just entitled narcissism. She wants to clarify, I am not a dog abuser or an animal abuser in any way, shape, or form. Anyone who has witnessed or heard true animal abuse will be able to, what did she say? Oh, crap. Will be able to clearly see that, this just goes on and on. It's a bunch of bullshit, and saying the dog was not hurt. How can you even, how? Ugh. It really, I just hope that whoever this is, just never, she wants to keep making YouTube videos, whatever, that's fine. I just hope people never let her forget this shit. People were very, very vicious to her, not gonna lie. I mean, I agree. You have to have something seriously wrong with you to prey upon the weak. And I'm not saying a dog is weak, you know what I mean? I'm saying that if you make the choice to bring an animal into your home, that animal trusts you implicitly. Let's just move back. Like, all right, I'm talking to this basic bitch right here. An animal has no choice but to trust you because it is under your care. You are caring for the animal. And, Sadie's a fatty. Sadie's really fat, and I wish she wasn't so fat. I'm really trying to, fix her diet because she's so fat. But she's very loved and very nice. And I don't hit her. I've never hit her. I don't push her. I've given her like a squeeze on the butt when she's I've grabbed her paws and taken them off my chair when she starts scratching it, and I'm just like, no, but I've never struck her ever. And now she's giving me a look like, girl, you best not. But it's just it's heartbreaking, and it's heartbreaking that her apology had, let's see, 18,000 fucking likes. So people believe this nonsense. It's awful. Makes me want to cry. Oh, God, I can't even. Whatever. Learn your fucking lesson. Basic Bia. Moving on to this. Universal cancels the release of a controversial movie, The Hunt, about liberal elites kidnapping deplorables from red states, a day after President Trump said the film would inflame and cause chaos. So, I don't know if I have quote-unquote hot takes on this, but I think that the fact that they pulled this movie was the wrong choice. The wrong choice. Here's the teaser trailer you guys want to watch. Ready?
The manor is the ultimate in luxury. From the moment you step onto our private jet, you'll realize that hunting is not just a sport. It is 5-star boutique experience. Our guides will ensure that your expedition is deeply rewarding as you come face to face with game unlike any you have ever hunted. The bond, the thrill, the memories. That's the manor difference. This is the ultimate human experience. Join us for the hunt.
Oh my God. Okay. Obviously in the same vein as Get Out and The Purge. Now, I don't know. I kind of want to see it. I think it looks pretty good. I kind of like Jason Blumhouse's productions. I think he's an Orange Man bad guy. And that's annoying, but I think that there has been a kind of an overreaction to this story. I agree. I feel like we're prejudging this. We're prejudging it on a trailer. I mean, you don't think that the quote unquote deplorables are the good people here? And just think about it for a second. Liberal elites using guns and weapons. I mean, can we say satire? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. I think the president going a little crazy about this is going to divide everybody, just like he did with the video games that he's been saying. I feel like this gave Republicans and conservatives a much needed boost to their ego that how dare liberal Hollywood. Can you imagine if this was Republicans hunting liberals? No, I can't. Because they wouldn't do that. A bunch of hoity-toity liberal elites would totally do something like this. So let's see. I'm fine with it. I think that maybe releasing it on a widespread universal release, maybe not the best idea. Maybe this should have been a kind of niche release, which would have been fine. Because the people freaking out about this, you realize that there's crazy fucking movies released all the time. Lars von Trier is still making movies, and that guy is off the fucking rocker. And they still get released in theaters, but not widespread releases. I don't care. I would see this. If you want to watch the trailer, trailer's pretty good. I would see it. I just would see it. It's off the wall and weird, and I don't mind it. I don't mind weird, you know? Oh, right. Oh yeah, Louis C.K.'s movie. That never got any kind of release, did it? Well, because he asked people that if he could masturbate in front of them. If I recall, sorry for being gross and bringing up gross stuff. If I recall, did did Louis ever do it in front of someone who said no, or didn't like Sarah Silverman say, yeah, go for it, Louis? I mean, I don't know. That was a whole heightened era of anything sexual is bad in any capacity. I don't know. Looking back on it, I don't know. Feel like we maybe jumped many a gun there. No pun intended. But I think that this movie is going to sorry. I think this movie is satirizing both sides, quote unquote, and I don't think it deserved to be pulled based on a trailer. I just don't. I don't know. I would see it. Wonder if you guys would see it. I think it would be fun. I think when it comes to like art and expression, it's hard to define limits, you know, because then where do you draw the line? Can nobody make a violent movie anymore? Can nobody make satire anymore? I'll go ahead and play the trailer for you and let me know what you guys think. This woman's a great actress, by the way.
Hey there. Help you?
What state is this?
Sorry.
You don't understand the question?
Oh, no, I didn't. Most people know where they are.
Why ain't most people?
You're in the glorious state of Arkansas, sweetheart.
How'd you know they was lying?
Well,
Boom.
this ain't Arkansas, so everyone is lying.
Your idea is incredible.
I can't argue with that. We pay for everything, so this country belongs to us.
It's just business. Hunting human beings for sport.
They're not human beings.
They're deplorables.
Every year, a bunch of elites kidnap normal folk like us. Where'd they get you from? Wyoming.
Mississippi?
Orlando.
And hunt us for sport. Hurry up.
So it's true.
We're being hunted.
Hey, what am I gonna wait?
What is happening?
Put him in the back with the rest.
Uh-oh, copyright
Now they
strike.
can't see us.
You just told them.
I might actually get copyright strike.
I think that was a rifle.
Don't care.
Everybody get out of here!
Jesus, come on.
Who are these people? How are they getting away with this?
You have no idea what you're up against.
They're playing you!
They'll tear you to pieces.
We'll see. Of all the people you kidnapped, of all the people you killed, you picked the wrong game.
Lady, you're crazy.
I mean, that looks like a rollicking good time. I'm just saying that. I know, not Emma Roberts. I don't like her. But, yeah, I understand. Okay, yes, there's been more mass shootings in this country. Do we really need to say people shooting at each other? Okay, I get it. But again, where are you going to draw the line? Are you never going to show a gun in a movie ever again? I mean, Netflix What did I watch the other day? Chappaquiddick on Netflix. I fucking cried in that movie. I don't know why. It's just sad stuff, I guess. Netflix had in the beginning of it, before the movie began, it was historical smoking. Just had to warn me that there is smoking in it, to be careful, that historical smoking. Contextual historical smoking. I mean, for Christ's sake, people smoke. People like to shoot guns. Some fucking nutbag decided to shoot people. Does that mean that guns are the worst thing in the entire world now? Evil, never allowed to even see a gun because, out of sight, out of mind, obviously. I think that I think it's a bad choice to pull it. I'd hope that it would get released at some point. I'd watch it. I would totally watch it. Absolutely. Either way. It's a weird concept, but, so was The Purge, and people watched that. They made fucking million of them. And The Purge was way more political than this shit, so who the hell knows? Okay. Got about 10 more minutes here, so we're going to have one more story. Got one more story for you guys. It is this. This hotel launched a $295 room service menu just for making YouTube videos. Mukbangs. The W Hotel. The W Hotel in Washington, D.C. is offering a platter for YouTubers to come into the room. $295 to just sit there and fucking eat. They're gonna eat and all right, here we go. For $295, guests can binge on foods like iron skillet-served cherry pie, burgers piled with cheese, surf and turf, martini glasses full of dips, I don't know how to say that, charcuterie boards. I don't fucking know. I'm not sophisticated. Carrot cake towers and extra-large crispy french fries, among other foods. I guarantee you're going to see Trisha Paytas here. The menu is designed to hit a lot of mukbang musts, such as featuring foods with textures yielding ASMR-friendly chomping noises, pickles, or dramatic bite imagery, melty cheese. I mean, mukbang channels creep me the fuck out, number one. I'm just going to say it outright. There's something really creepy about mukbang channels. And I don't know if it was the intention of when it started in South Korea. I don't know if it was the intention of it to be taken to this creepy, fetishistic level. But now I feel like it's gotten there. Dramatic bite imagery. I read that and didn't even. Oh! I think there's something. Oh, shit. I think there's something. Fuck. How do I get off? Shit. Sorry. Sorry, we gotta get off that. Many apologies there. Sorry. There's a. All right, there we go. I'm sorry. There's something very off about mukbang channels as they stand right now. It's very, it gets really creepy to the point where you have, like this came up in our morning meeting, right? This came up in our morning meeting. It's a great story. It's a perfect news story because, it gets the talkers going. People were like, what the fuck is mukbang? And so the person who pitched it described it, and then I had to step in and be like, well, it started in North Korea. It started in South Korea, and it's just people eating vast quantities of food. And I said, but Americans have now bastardized it to where it gets these really creepy, they buy these really big, you know, seafood and they dunk it and then they go as eating it. And I made those noises in the meeting and everyone's like, ew, Gina. I'm like, I'm serious. This is what people do. They're definitely not mukbanging in North Korea. Oh, dear God. But there's something really off about what mukbanging has become, what Americans have done to it. It's this, like, sensuality attached to it. Like these women who do it, they're all decked out and they eat like a little kid eats, like, you know, but it's also like, look how much they can shove in their mouths. Look how much they can put down their throats. And I feel fucking creepy that these are the thoughts that I have about mukbangs now, but it's the moaning attached to it and the shoving and the you know, you watch some of these guys and they dip the fucking crab in cheese and just let it drip all down. It's disgusting imagery. And it's disgusting to highlight it. Because you're gonna get people who do this. Thank you, Stonehill. They're gonna do this mukbanging, and it's an excuse to gorge, and it's an excuse to satiate their eating, their disordered eating. And I'm disappointed that this has gotten to the point where world famous hotels are giving into it. I don't think that I obviously these things get views. Obviously people enjoy them, but I think it's time to advance from mukbang channels. You have people like Steven Sushi, who is a mukbang channel, he's the guy, let's take a look. The best of Steven Sushi. He eats Domino's to a point that he gets so amped up about it that he fucking, here we go. This is it. Ready?
What? Who?
Watch it. Watch just this guy. All right. If you don't know who this guy is, he's got a business email in his email in his description. A business email. His skills are eating.
What is cracking to shows, you guys? I'm
all right,
back
just
for another video.
Just watch. Here we go. Ready?
For this all the time.
Ugh.
It's just amazing.
It's Domino's, number one. Cardboard.
Camera.
Cardboard.
Camera makes me look fatter.
Watch this shit.
So damn good.
I mean, are you gonna sit there and tell me that that's fucking normal? That's normal to act like that over fucking Domino's? This should not be encouraged by this has over 1 million views. Oh my God, and he just keeps going. He's so I mean what, like what? There's desperation. The moaning and showing off and God, oh God, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't watch that for too much longer. Woo! Okay, I know that is some horrendous hair, but you know it's fine because anything for views, I guess. And if the W Hotel wants to help out, then they're gonna help out, I guess. It's a great news talker. That's all it really is. And, you know, I would love to sit here and do a whole stream about mukbang channels. I think I need to be more prepared for it because I think that there's something really, really off about people who do this on the regular and that's how they make their living. If it's something like they're showing you how to cook and they're cooking themselves. There's this one guy, I don't know if he makes videos anymore, but it's like QT Tran, something like that. I can't remember the name of his channel, but it's this guy who lives in Vietnam, I believe, and he cooks all of his own stuff, and he just is he's so happy about food, and it's just like it's such a pleasure to watch him cook and eat, you know. But you know, he gives you the recipe, and you know that's different. That's acceptable in my opinion. Some jackass getting so hyped about eating fucking Dominoes that he pushes back and hits the wall. That's something is off in your brain chemistry, I think, to do that. Maybe I do a stream on mukbang channels and why I really dislike them. You know. Ew. Oh, yeah, exactly. It's porn without taking your clothes off, I guess, and so it's porn with all the porn cut out. It's just food porn. But it's not, because how sexy is it to eat McDonald's? Hi, Otterface. So nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry. I was just about to, I'm like this close to ending the stream, though. We're doing this for an hour every quote unquote every Sunday. Hopefully every Sunday. That is the plan of action here. But yeah, we went through a lot today. There's a lot of things going on in the world, and I think I'm sorry, lady. You're lovely. It's so nice to see you again. We have there's a lot of crazy things going out there in the world, guys, and it's up to us to save the world. No, not really, but almost. I would love to do something, but you know, hopefully I can get this little chat window fixed too, because it looks like ass. I'll figure it out. I'm telling you, Streamlabs and I are not friends, but this was fun. I definitely want to do this more. Sunday paper sounds nice. If I can get some kind of, you know, stream together, like I said with the mukbang channels, it's something that I've been wanting to talk about for a very long time, because they keep popping up, and it's bizarre to me that people sit there and watch it. And I watch them too. I haven't quite figured out why. I don't know if I have disordered eating myself. I probably do on some level. But I think if I can do like niche streams like that, and then do like the newsy kind of streams, that can kind of you know, turn into what the podcasts once were. I'd love to be able to do that again. I don't see that happening anytime soon. I'm sorry. But I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me for an hour. And if you want, we can keep on streaming. We can keep doing live streams going forward, because I like doing them. I like hanging out with you guys, and you know, consistency is key. If I can stay consistent with something, then, you know, then we'll have a good time. Maybe get to a point where we're doing more streams, more than one stream a week, I guess. So thank you, everybody, for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'm going to go make some dinner and do a little writing and then go to sleep. So thanks, everybody, for stopping by, and have a wonderful night. Thank you. Bye-bye.